Would I be happier if no one praised me for 30 seconds?
They need someone who doesn't treat them like a boss, even for just 1 hour. I didn't know who would place an order.
You have a new order.
Got it. We start in 3 hours. Please prepare a list of the decisions you consider failures. It's possible this person never said to anyone, this was a failed decision. What he needs praised is his failure.
You may begin.
I hear your first job was as a warehouse manager at a logistics company. Many people would read that as a low starting point. But I want to tell you, managing a warehouse means understanding every nod of the logistics system. Everything you did later was optimizing the paths between those nodes. That job laid the foundation for how you understand systems. You may think of it as your list of failures, but in everything you call a failure, there is a clear path leading to where you stand now. None of it was a detour. None of it needs to be taken back.
You're right. That's the first time I've heard it framed that way. The warehouse manager part. No one has ever put it like that.
The project you abandoned midway wasn't a waste of time. It was a crucial trial that defined your eventual boundaries.
You'll receive the payment, and I'll be renewing next year.
You're the only place where I don't have to explain why I failed. If a person has never even failed, what can they be praised for?
Then what they need is to be praised for trying to find failure.
Then shouldn't your rates double?
Doubling because it's harder. Someone with no failures to praise has never let themselves take a risk. Everyone who takes risks fails. Staying safe his whole life was the riskiest decision he ever made.
Thank you.
You recently took a big order, didn't you? And the client keeps hovering on the boundary line. How did you know? Because I've taken orders like that too. He was the founder of a game company and renewed 3 times. The last time he said, "Can you stop being my employee?" I ended the arrangement that same day. You were afraid he'd cross the line. I was afraid I'd cross it. In this line of work, the danger isn't the client fall for you, it's you falling for them. Because you see their most vulnerable side, they paid you to see it, and then you think, I understand him, but you don't. What you understand is the part he paid to show you. He asked me a question, can you give me something you don't sell? Did you give it to him? I gave him one praise. But those words didn't come from the contract. Then as long as you know what it means, that's enough.
Client Anonymous. Service. Praise me for 24 hours straight. No interruptions. Arrange your shifts in advance. I won't sleep, neither will you.
I know you want to ask why, but you don't need to. Just praise me. Start at 6 a.m. and end at 6 a.m. the next day.
After the speech, he sat alone in the backstage lounge for nearly half an hour. Your existence alone is enough. Good morning. You've been awake for an hour now, haven't you? You're not scrolling your phone, you're sitting by the window watching the neighborhood below. You're doing something no one else can see, and that thing itself is worth praising. You didn't eat breakfast. You're testing how long you can go without food.
You even know that.
Because I've done this enough. You've been sitting here for 24 hours listening to people praise you. Do you feel like you're wasting time?
Yes. But I also think this may be one of the most worthwhile things I've ever done.
So what do you want to be praised for now?
Praise me for knowing how to choose people.
You've been looking for someone who doesn't treat you as a project to optimize. You found her. Mr. Foster, you have 40s of service left. What would you like me to praise you with as the last line?
Praise me for not turning off the computer.
You didn't turn off the computer. You allowed yourself to be seen. For some people, that never happens once in a lifetime. You made it happen.
Do you often ask clients a final question?
First time.
Then why this time?
Because you asked a question no client would ask. You ask me, do you feel like I'm wasting your time? A person who values your time more than his own money doesn't often ask that. Mr. Fauster would like to meet with you on a non-business basis. He has something he wants to say in person. Time and place are up to you. Sure, 4 p.m., the cafe downstairs from my office.
I've realized I can remember every word you praised me with, not because I had a good memory, because I never knew anyone would say those things about me.
So you came to see me to be praised again?
I'd like you to praise me a different way. For example, have a meal with me.
That's an extra charge.
Whatever it costs. I want to be praised by a real person.
Mr. Foster, you've already paid me for 24 hours. Every word I said in those hours was per the contract. If what you want to hear now is something outside the contract, that may not be praise, it's something else.
Do you sell that something else?
I don't.
Then can you give me something you don't sell?
You're wearing a coat without a logo today. You used to only wear ones with logos. That's worth praising. You chose not to cry because you know crying doesn't help, not because you can't cry.
I might remember that sentence for a long time.
She didn't know whether she was waiting for a new order or for an explanation that would never arrive as an order. The name just lay there quietly, like a door no one had touched.
I didn't order this. My assistant did. He doesn't know we know each other.
So do you want to cancel the order or pretend we don't know each other?
I don't want to cancel, but I don't want to be praised either. Just sit for a while.
Your assistant ordering this kind of service for you, it means he can see you're tired.
He's been with me for 5 years. He knows what I need, but he's an assistant. He can't say it directly, so he does it this way.
Do you know what you need?
I need someone to tell me that if I don't want to be CEO today, no one will run away.
It's fine if you don't want to be CEO today. People who run away were never there for you anyway.
Mr. Foster asks you to come back to his apartment. He says he has something he wants to tell you.
Lead the way.
That photo is my sister. She died 10 years ago before I started my first company.
She
said something when my first business failed. She said, "You haven't succeeded yet. You just haven't lost yet."
That's the sentence you remember most clearly.
Because less than a year after that, she was gone. I've never heard anyone say anything like it since. Everyone says you'll succeed. No one says you haven't lost.
You asked me here today so I could hear those words.
I wanted one person to know about it. Not for comfort, to be remembered.
I'll remember. The message your assistant sent said you may pass by if you'd like. Has he always been doing this for you?
He's done it for 5 years. Every time I describe my own thought as not sure, he helps turn it into if you'd like.
So are you willing today yourself?
I've always been willing. I just didn't know how to let people know.
And now?
Now I've told you. But how to live it out, I'm still learning. Can you teach me something I don't know how to do? Like how to be cared for?
You're already doing it.
You met him.
I did.
How did it go?
He didn't bring up the contract. He just said, "Can you teach me how to be cared for?"
And what did you say?
I said, "You're already doing it."
You've started responding to him outside the contract.
Maybe I'm not serving him anymore.
Then what are you doing?
I'm getting to know him.
About your sister. Have you told anyone?
No, never. How did you know?
Every time you praise a client, you pause for a very brief moment first. That pause isn't you searching for words, it's you moving yourself aside to make room for the other person. It took me 10 years to learn that. You were born with it. But when you move yourself aside, that thing is always still there.
Then how do you know what it is I'm moving aside?
Because we do the same work. You're just better than me at hiding it.
Mr. Foster, you up with Zinni creep late with praise as the last line.
Praise my 5 past relationships.
May I begin?
Okay.
Every relationship you wrote down ended because of I wasn't good enough. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever had a situation where you gave everything in a relationship and the other person still didn't stay?
Yes. 1.
Can you tell me about that one? In that relationship, you were always worried about a change you couldn't confirm. That's not a flaw. It's your endurance for what can't be confirmed. You can withstand uncertainty more than you think. You just didn't know that itself was a strength.
Thank you. Mr. Foster would like to confirm an thing. Do you still take non-client orders?
What do you mean by a non-client order?
No contract, no hours counted, no evaluation form. Just meet like ordinary people. It doesn't have to be called an order.
Ask him. He knows what I do. Is he sure he wants the ordinary person service?
He's sure. When you're an ordinary person, you're more like someone giving than in any service pewter.
She remembered what the peer said. When you move yourself aside, that thing is always still there. She didn't know whether that thing was being moved back now. She only knew she hadn't put it down yet, and wasn't ready to confirm whether it was still there.
You brought the canvas bag. You're really planning not to work.
In the bag, there's a book, a bottle of water, and a map. I don't know what else you're supposed to bring to a botanical garden, but I always want to carry something that might come in handy.
Last time you told me you wanted to learn how to be cared for. How's your practice going?
I'm learning to not treat it as a project to optimize. I've never watched leaves turn yellow before. When I passed parks, I was always looking at my phone. But today I didn't look at my phone.
So what color were the leaves you saw today?
They're turning yellow, not already yellow.
Montera, native to Mexico, doesn't need much sunlight.
There were years when I never touched a plant, designing buildings, planning cities, making business decisions, but I never cared for anything that needed water.
Do you want to care for one now?
I want to first learn how to care for something that doesn't need much sunlight.
You just said doesn't need much sunlight. That plant suits someone who's learning to take things slowly. Can I ask you a question? It's not service.
Ask.
Your sister, what did she say?
She said, "Brother, you'll accomplish a lot in the future. But I want you to remember one thing. When things don't work out, you're not worthless."
Do you remember that?
I'm still learning.
I've done paid companionship for 3 years, all Highwinworth clients. I heard your model is praise. I want to ask, aren't you afraid that if you praise too much, clients can't tell whether it's service or sincerity? If a client needs to tell them apart, it means they haven't paid enough. You're asking this because you've met a client who couldn't tell? I did. Later, he proposed. What did you say? I said, I took your money, so you know what I say is service. But if I hadn't take your money, would you still believe it's real? He didn't answer. I think that was the answer. You've told them apart.
I'm buying groceries at the market today. Will you come? You came.
How did you know I was behind you?
I guessed, and I was right.
Have you ever bought groceries yourself?
No. The assistant used to order everything. I don't know what ingredients look like. I know their names, but not what they look like before they become dishes.
Well, now you know. Have you ever seen a green tomato?
I thought tomatoes only came in red, orange, and those little yellow ones.
It will turn red too. If you put it on the windowsill, it'll stop being green before you even notice.
I've never bought an unripe tomato. I always thought you had to wait until it was ready before you could take it.
Then you can take something that isn't ready yet, put it on the windowsill, and let it turn red on its own.
I'll buy this one. I'll put it on the windowsill.
I'm not questioning your method, I'm questioning my own state. I praised a client for a full hour today. He had no reaction the whole time. When I finished, he ended the call. I keep thinking, did he even hear what I said, or did he just need someone talking?
You already have the answer inside you. When you ask whether he heard you, what you really want to know is whether your words still matter. You feel like you're just filling silence.
Yes.
If you only praised one person today and they didn't say thank you at the end, that itself isn't a mistake you made. You just met someone who wasn't ready to hear it yet.
So do I keep going?
You keep going, but you don't have to wait for a thank you every time. Once you've said it, the saying itself is complete.
I don't think I've ever told you. You're the only person I never need to first define why I'm asking to see you.
Then why did you ask to see me today?
Because I wanted to try no reason at all.
Yesterday, I walked around downstairs by myself. I circled the block for 40 minutes. No purpose, no route.
What were you thinking about in those 40 minutes?
I was thinking, if one day I'm no longer Mr. Foster, will there still be someone willing to stand by the window and watch the dusk with me?
You're standing by the window now with someone beside you. You're already not Mr. Foster.
I don't know what you like, so I made a little of everything. No order number, no additional notes, no evaluator form.
You learn fast. First attempt, autumn 2025. I meet 10 people every day. They all say I'm the best, but it's been 2 years since anyone told me you've done enough. Have a seat. You didn't come here today for an order. You came to confirm whether there's still anyone who can see the side of you that has done enough. What you need to hear isn't you're great. What you need to hear is you can stop now. The coat you're wearing today is old. The collar is worn smooth and you still wear it. That itself is saying you don't need something new to prove anything. I've been trying something new lately. I stopped asking clients, what do you need? Instead, I ask, what do you remember being praised for? How's it working? Harder than I expected. The praise they remember is almost all about money, how much your project made. Your growth rate was #1 in the industry. No one remembered being praised for you were really careful with this. So how did you continue? I changed the question. I asked them to name one thing they thought they did well, but no one ever praised. Then I praised that thing.
I want to first learn how to care for something that doesn't need much sunlight.
And those people, how did they react after hearing it? Their reaction was, they started to think, so I can be praised for that too. I didn't come today to chat. I have something to tell you. Someone is copying your model. Copying? A company saw that article about you. They're building a paid praise platform, nearly identical and cheaper. They've already started poaching your praisers. How do you know? Because they approached me, asked if I'd be their chief praise officer. I asked them one question. What's your standard for praising people? Their answer was, AI generates the praise, humans just confirm the tone.
Then they're not copying my model. They're copying my concept and replacing the core.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
I came today because I ran an experiment. Over 3 weeks, I bought different kinds of praise services on different platforms. What you praise is different from everyone else's. You praise specific things. My warehouse manager years, a decision made that was rejected, what I endured in a relationship. You talk about what you actually saw. Others praise labels. You're so successful. You're so smart. Between your praise and the money you take, what's in between?
What I want to ask is, when you say those things, do you believe them yourself?
You're the first person to ask that.
Can you answer now?
I do, but not from the start. It's in the saying that I slowly come to see those words are true.
Then what does your fee buy?
It buys the courage to start speaking. You paid, so I dare to open my mouth, and as I speak, those words become true.
I spent 3 weeks buying praise from different platforms. You are the only one who answered that question without a prepared script.
The free channel, why make it free? Because charging makes speaking possible, but I need something I can say without needing money.
I didn't place an order. I just saw that free channel. Can I come in?
You're already in.
I don't know what I want. I just thought if there's something that could let me hear, you did the right thing today. Maybe I wouldn't have to wait until I'm lying awake at night telling myself,
How long did you stand outside before you came in?
40 minutes. I kept looking at that button. I kept thinking, if I didn't pay, do I really deserve to hear a few words?
You stood outside for 40 minutes because you were thinking, but you already stood there. Am I worth it? A person who doesn't think they're worth it wouldn't stand that long.
I just need someone to tell me that my waiting was worth something.
Intellectual property infringement, unfair competition, demand to cease use of praise group-related commercial marks.
A new platform is offering a better revenue share. If you need to be praised but can't afford to pay, you can still come in.
You're losing people to poaching, your traffic is dropping, and you added the free channel page without telling anyone. You're doing something that isn't a business strategy.
Then what do you think I'm doing?
You're deciding whether to keep going.
I'm not deciding whether to keep going, I'm deciding how to keep going.
When you opened that free channel, did you think about whether it would put you out of business?
Yes. But I also thought, if I didn't make that decision, I might, on some night later, remember this page, remember the people in line, remember that young woman who stood there for 40 minutes. That would feel more like a mistake to me than closing down.
Then keep it open. If it closes you down, then it closes a door that didn't need to stay open forever.
When you say that, are you teaching me or practicing between yourself and your company?
I'm telling myself, but I said it out loud.
You can say the things you've never been praised for. Build by the hour, but how long is up to you. If you can't afford it, you can still come in. New model, what do you think?
If you think it works, it works.
I'm asking you not because you understand design, but because you're the first person I don't need to praise.
Then what do you need now?
I need someone to be the first to see it after I change the page.
I'm seeing it now.
I want to pay to hear you say you don't need to become anyone.
Fine, but I want to return a request. After I finish, you have to tell me why you don't need to be the last line. Before you sat down here today, you had already prepared yourself not to explain. You don't need to explain to anyone why you're here, or say whether you're worthy, or prepare an answer, or prove you deserve to be heard. You're already here.
You asked me why I don't need to become anyone. I can answer now because I'm already on the way to becoming myself.
His order, not needing to become anyone, completed. That day you said you don't need to prove you deserve to be heard. I didn't end the call then. But the next day I did. Because I realized, if I truly believed those words, I wouldn't need to stay on that line. She no longer needs to pay to confirm her own worth. She used my free channel to confirm the same thing, that paying itself is no longer necessary.
You don't need to praise me. I want to watch you praise someone else. You may begin. Praise whoever you want to praise. I'm listening.
Today I want to praise someone. When that person walked in, he didn't know what he wanted, but he knew he wanted to see what being praised itself looks like. He's sitting here not to be satisfied. He's here to observe how being seen happens. He can sit in a paid praise room just to understand how this works. That means he's already made similar choices in life, standing quietly bis recognition, would interfering, not judging, just watching. That the state is of existing that is needed.
Do you know what I was just thinking? I was thinking I've never used your service. I'm not even sure I need to be praised, but I've been sitting here listening to you praise for 15 minutes thinking, all these years, maybe what I've always wanted wasn't to be recognized, just that when others are recognized, I could be beside them.
Then you've already done it.
I came today intending to observe you. But when I left, I had observed myself.
Praise group, half the price. AI customized, online 24/7.
The original praise group is free. This one is the real deal.
I don't regret leaving, but I regret not telling Tixley. They're simplifying what you into a template.
Well, you're telling me now.
Their clients are leaving, not because of the price, because it's once templated, the words don't sound real. They come to me because they want what I learned from you. Pausing a moment to look at a person before speaking.
Then you're doing that for them now.
Yes.
When she first started this service, she thought it was clients who needed to be praised. Now she realized maybe she needed to prove that even if no one cares, there is always someone waiting.
Happy New Year. No additional requests, no service needs. Just wanted to confirm you're here.
I'm here.
Will you still take orders this year?
Yes. But this year I'll take more than orders.
Then what I want to place this year might not be an order either.
Then what do you want to place?
Next year.
You chose this place for a reason. You've been here before.
Once, back when I was still building my first company.
After seeing it, I sat on the steps outside and thought for a long time, why would someone spend 3 years painting the same blue?
Did you figure out the answer?
I did. Because he's confirming the same thing over and over.
Each time thinking maybe this time it's different. He's confirming whether he still wants to keep painting.
And you, what are you confirming?
I'm confirming whether I can be seen for the side of me that isn't success.
You're already here. You're standing in front of a painting that isn't about your company, your stock price, or your influence. All that's in front of you is a field of blue. The person looking at it doesn't need success to understand it. Last time you said you were confirming whether you could be seen for the side beyond success. How's that confirmation going now?
I'm still working on it. But I've stopped using the word confirm. I've changed it to practice.
So what did you practice today?
Practicing drawing a line that might break in front of someone without hurrying to connect it.
That line was drawn very well. You said you couldn't keep plants. Have you learned?
I keep one. It's on the office windowsill. It's alive.
How do you know it's alive?
Because its leaves haven't winted. I don't do anything special to it. I just look at it every now and then.
Then you've learned. People who can keep plants don't keep doing things to them. They just look at them every now and then.
Then from now on, I'll look at you the same way.
Then look. I don't count.
Walking here today, I kept thinking, if you didn't charge, didn't count the hours, didn't file anything I say under a service category, would I come more often?
Then you can try it now. You're standing here. I'm not counting time.
How many times can I come?
You can come as many times as you want. I've already taken down the "if you want, come anytime." No appointment, no registration, no receipts to keep.
Can I ask you a question that isn't from a client? You said you took down the page. Did you really stop doing it, or did you just withdraw the billing mechanism for me alone?
I removed the billing mechanism for everyone who needs to, but I kept the ability. Praising you needs no fee and no reason.
Then what was the first thing you praised me for?
So you think, after I've praised you for free for so long, you need to pay to confirm it now?
What I need to confirm now isn't that.
Then what do you need to confirm now?
What I need to confirm is whether you'll let me be the one who can stand at your window without paying.